Miami Dimes. Look, man, Sam had an incredible performance. Regardless of what you believe about him long term, he came out this season and has given a better performance as of yet than Baker Mayfield has. Right up here on the screen, you see Sam Darnold QBR in week 12 was 72. So that's pretty good. And it really just has us wondering, what do we expect of
72.
Sam
Pretty good.
Darnold?
I
What do
mean,
we expect of Sam Darnold
50's average.
going forward? Yeah, 50 is average.
Oh,
And look,
50's
this is,
average, so 72 is pretty good.
Is this QBR? Is this the
Yeah.
ESPN one?
Yes.
Okay. I don't
and then,
know. What do
and
you
then,
expect of him?
well, but it's what I had mentioned a while back from Sam Darnold, that to me he represents a much more premier talent
Oh my
at the
gosh.
position than Baker Mayfield does. And came on this still right here, a short little clip. Sam Darnold drops back and uses all that arm talent and leaves the ball out in front of DJ Moore for a big time gain down the field. And I'm telling you, that was another throw that I don't trust Baker Mayfield to make. I think a lot of people don't. So now we're starting to wonder, well, man, what can the Panthers do with Sam Darnold under center? We're clearly a run first football team. We're aggressive. We're pounding the rock. The offensive line is better than it has been in forever. We're going to talk about that later on as well. To me, I mean, I have no reason to not be optimistic about Sam Darnold. I'm not calling him the future. I'm not saying he's going to be our starting quarterback for years to come. But what I am saying is that Sam Darnold is showing that he is capable of running the Panthers offense efficiently. I like what Sam's doing. I'm liking
Yeah.
his skill set under center.
That pass he had looked better than the Trevor Lawrence one. Just so you know.
Shut up.
Get him, Greg. Get him.
No,
Man,
Get
I almost
him.
made a video for you, Cody, of like 32 quarterbacks that are garbage making passes the same, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that.
I know.
I
No, you
almost did
should
that.
have, man. Stupid.
no,
Look.
you man. We're not even talking Trevor right now. That was a
Oh, I
beautiful
will.
drive. That is a premier talent in the
Oh my
NFL, and
gosh.
you all wished that you had Trevor Lawrence on this team. But I
Honestly, I don't
digress.
know that I would be agreeing with that. To be quite honest with you, I agree with the majority of what you've already said about Sam Darnold. I'm not sure that I agree with. I mean, I agree with the upside of Trevor Lawrence, but this is his third year in the league now, right?
No,
Second, I
second.
believe.
His second year in the league.
But he hasn't put up good numbers yet. No, no.
Neither
He's
did
So,
Josh
not. Look,
Allen and Jalen
look.
Hurts
His
in their
thing is
second year.
we'll
this:
see
is
what
that
happens.
Cody's gonna get all butt hurt. He's gonna need to get that butt cream out
Y'all never
to
watch
get the
film of
chase.
Trevor Lawrence
No,
ever.
no, that's
So
not
what are
it.
you talking
That's
about?
no. The
It
point is
definitely is.
this: is that as a team that has been looking for the savior at quarterback, which is the Carolina Panthers, and this man on this podcast right here, you with such utmost confidence said this is the guy that's like of a cloth that is cut from a Peyton Manning, from a John, like, and I'm not talking about their traits, like and like you can say, oh, like that's not what I meant, that guy, this guy, but you're talking about a dude that is the savior.
That type of upside, and I still believe that. Yeah.
That's fine.
Now,
That's
whether
fine.
or not the Jaguars do
No, that's
that for
fine.
him,
That's
and whether or
fine.
not he does it, hey, I still believe he
I'm
will.
just saying this is that it has not been, if that is the most premier talent in the last 15 years, that actually gives a lot of credence to people who are worried about drafting the guy at number 1
Yeah.
this year, because
Yeah, but
like
he's
if you're
not as
trying to tell
terrible
me
as you're making him out to be
you're trying to
either,
tell me
dude.
that there's question marks with all of these people here. You said there were 0 questions with this guy, and it's not just been easy for him.
What are
Now,
the questions
does
with him?
that mean that he's a bust? No.
No.
Does that mean that he has not played well? No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just simply saying that the guy who is the most guaranteed to be successful in the since I've known you at quarterback has had struggles in the NFL. It just hasn't been like it's just not as simple as just add him. And you know what's interesting is the Dolphins coach today. If you could look this up, by the way,
I already
there's
have
a
it.
tweet. What he said is that too many people look at who's the best, this and that. Do you have the clip?
Yeah, it's like
And maybe this applies here or there. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's not always just about who is the immediate best. And this is why I've kind of defended Tua in a certain way. Not defended. Anyway, I'm just saying Cody.
Sorry,
How
I
about
didn't mean to
this?
bring
Can we
up.
just bask in
No,
one?
you wanted to have a Trevor Lawrence discussion, and I've watched more Trevor
No,
Lawrence
I
film
don't care
of
about
the
your film.
Jaguars
I'm just
than
saying this.
anyone
Is
on
he
this
hasn't
panel right
fucking
now.
turned it around.
How about
He
this?
allowed,
If I have to
he's
pick
not
long
Jesus
term,
Christ,
I'm
bro.
still taking Trevor Lawrence over to a
That's
Tagovailoa. And by
fine.
the
That's
way,
fine. That's
you
fine.
guys are talking about Trevor. I'm trying to talk about Sam Darnold.
Can
So
we
it,
talk
it,
about
it appears
somebody
as
else?
though it appears as though maybe y'all like Trevor Lawrence a lot more than you let on.
No, maybe
That's what I'm
maybe
thinking.
you
Yeah, I
should
figured
be
it out.
thanking old Zay Jones. Maybe Trevor Lawrence should be buying Zay Jones a steak dinner. I don't know. Wait a minute. Another NFL player better?
Zay Jones.
ECU, baby. ECU.
Oh my god.
ECU. 145 yards and a touchdown. What?
Yeah,
all
who
right,
do you
you
think
got
got? But by the way, did y'all even look at that final drive? Dude,
I
that thing
saw
was
it.
fucking
It's not like
magnificent.
the greatest thing I've
It was
ever seen.
magnificent. I'm not
I
saying
watched
what,
it,
dude.
and
I'm not
there
saying
were
that you
acted
have
like
to
this. It's
compare
like
it.
It was
game
what
over.
a
I was
quarterback
right.
should do, Cody. You can't
Right.
you can't praise him for doing what
Right.
a quarterback
Thank
that his
you.
I can
talented
praise him for
caliber
putting
level
together a
should
damn good
do.
drive against the Baltimore
You're exactly
Ravens,
right, but
and
like I
getting
told
the
you,
2-point conversion.
like I told you, I can pull up almost every single NFL quarterback that has ever played, ever, no matter how bad they are.
No,
Even I was looking
not
at Marcus
ever.
Russell the other day
Not
and show
ever.
a pat
No.
and show a pat Jimmy Clausen and show a pass.
No, you
Not
just
even
like
a
that, if
pass.
not better.
Actually,
I'm
you can't
talking
do
Just
it.
a
like
You
that, if
can't
not
do it.
drive.
That is one
I'm not
person
talking a
can't do
pass.
it.
No,
I'm
I found it.
talking
I found
a
Jimmy Clausen. Jimmy Clausen had a
I don't
dime.
give a fuck
Like,
if he made one drive or not. He's the
That's my
number one
point.
draft pick. He
That's
should
my
make
point.
The
that
only
drive.
point, right? The only point
You were
that I'm
like,
making
oh,
is
you were
that
like,
now
oh.
he's starting to do that. Now
Cody
he's
saw
starting
I'm
to
that.
do
He
the
was like,
things
I'm
that
not
you want to
wrong.
see
Oh
him
my
Yeah.
do
God.
at the
I'm not
position.
saying he's bad. I'm
Bro,
not saying
you
he's
held
bad.
on
He's
to
a good
that.
No, you
quarterback and
all
he has
are
a lot of
trying to say
potential.
that he's a bust.
No, listen, I'm
No,
not
we're
saying he's a
not.
bust. What I'm
Yeah,
saying
you
is,
are.
he has not come to be the quarterback everybody touted him to be. Now, with all that being said, I can't say if we can't say he's a bust after 2 years of mediocre play,
Can't.
then we also can't say he is the real deal after
Thank you.
one drive. We
No,
can't
I
do it.
didn't say
It's
he
We're
is.
not
I'm
not
fair.
trying
saying
to
you
say he's
bet
about.
You know?
that
You tried to tell us
talent.
he was our savior. Anyway,
Yeah.
let's get back to
Well, how am I
old
supposed to prove to you that
Sammy
he's not?
D.
You would rather have Trevor Lawrence than every motherfucker on this roster right now,
Wrong.
bar none.
Gardner Minshew,
Who's
baby.
better?
Not me.
Who's
Not
better?
me. I wouldn't.
No, now
Gardner
you're all
Minshew.
delusional.
You're
What
touting that Matt Corral's
quarterback
better.
on this
So easy to
roster?
make mad.
What quarterback
Look.
on this roster? No, on the active roster, who is better right now? Oh, is it Baker Mayfield?
Cody.
Is
Okay,
it
listen.
Sam Darnold?
So what if
No.
Matt Corral? If
Hey,
Matt
y'all
Corral
opened
comes
up
out,
this can of
if
worms.
Matt Corral comes up
Oh,
next
tell
year,
him Matt
if he
Corral.
comes out next year and he throws for 3,500 yards, 13 touchdowns, 17 interceptions, which is what I think Trevor Lawrence did his first year, are you going to say Matt Corral is a great quarterback?
No,
Yeah.
I'm
That's what
saying you
Trevor
bet
Lawrence
on.
did.
Nope,
Greater
I'm
That's
than.
what
saying
Trevor
Matt
Lawrence did.
Corral has the same type of upside that you bet on, like a
As
Trevor
Trevor
Lawrence.
Same?
Upside, yeah.
Wow.
Matt
Wow.
Corral has more arm
Fuck
talent than
Trevor Lawrence. Fuck
I'm
Trevor
saying
Lawrence.
better
Matt
than
Corral,
Sam, better
baby.
than Baker, better than PJ.
I know.
But
I
anyway,
love
how
it.
about this? How about
This
let's
is so
switch
awesome.
subjects
It's so
for
easy to put
fucking
Cody on
once.
tilt.
It
It's
is, man.
so easy to put him on
Cody has
tilt,
triggers. Cody
I
has triggers,
know.
and
You
that's one
talk
of them right
shit
there.
about little days to
Because it's
confuse
such
boy. And he's
lazy
like,
evaluation.
it's
You're
not
just
lazy.
trying
It's
to be a
this. Is
hater.
that
It's
you?
so fucking lazy.
No,
What
it's
are you
not
talking
lazy.
about?
You have
It
already
is.
formed your belief about him. You formed your belief that he's a can't miss.
Did people think Josh Allen would be Josh Allen in year 2?
You
Which, by the
didn't
way,
think
Trevor's in
that.
year 2.
You didn't
No,
think
answer
Josh
that
Allen would
question.
be Josh
Did
Allen.
everybody,
That doesn't
everybody
matter.
think in year 2, did everyone think Josh Allen was going to be the type of quarterback that we're calling him today?
I mean, somebody did. They drafted him for that reason.
No, but everybody thought
That's
Trevor
my
Lawrence was going to
point.
be better. So how is that even a good
Trevor Lawerence is
analogy,
not
bro?
doing
Going
what
to the
Josh Allen did the
Jacksonville
second year, though, is what I'm
Jaguars,
saying.
Oh my
dude,
god.
But he's not doing
it
that.
Oh
takes
my
time.
god.
You have
He
to
went to the
build
Buffalo
around your
Bills.
franchise quarterback.
Josh Allen went to the
And
Buffalo Bills.
once you build around your franchise quarterback and give them time to develop, they start to come together just like Trevor is now. That's
Oh
all
my
I'm
gosh.
saying.
Look at
You
this.
ain't putting fucking
Radler.
words in my mouth. He is still a premier talent in the NFL, better than every active quarterback on this roster
Would you
right
take
now.
him over
Now
Justin
talk about
Herbert?
Sam Darnold, damn it.
Would you take him over Justin Herbert? 2
No,
years in the league,
no,
right? Same
take
draft, right?
No, I would take her
No,
a
no.
little over,
Well, 1 year.
Trev.
Wow.
But
Wow.
I think
Greatest
that they're
talent.
I do think that they're in the same echelon of quarterback and what they are able to do.
Huh?
Now, he also has Keenan
It's
Allen and
so
Mike
awesome.
Williams available to him. So
So easy
hit
to
me
fuck
not
up
wrong
there.
about my
All right.
quarterback takes.
All right, let's
I
talk
got
about this
history on
other
this one.
guy,
Oh, now you
Sam
want to move
Darnold.
on.
Sam Darnold, fear the beard. Bro, he was pedestrian at best in this
Yeah.
game.
It was. It
But-
was slightly better than what we've seen all year from every other
Right.
quarterback we've
But
had.
actually
Just no
significantly
turnovers.
better than Baker, slightly better than PJ, no turnovers, which one could have been. He almost Sam Darnold into the end zone.
Yeah.
11 of 19 or something like that, right? But first game, Rust, I would say some of the anticipation throws that were a little late in the beginning where he hit DJ. DJ had to wait for it, and the commentator was like, "Oh, he was wide open way." Or like, I think if he gets a little bit more rhythm,
Right.
he's going to play better than he played this past week.
And that's the thing is I that's my point with this whole thing is for his first start of the year, coming off of injury, not having reps with the ones, like if Baker had this game in week 1, like this consistent of a game in week 1, we would have given him a lot more benefit of the doubt.
Oh, we would have signed him to a 5-year extension. No, I don't
Potentially,
really
you might be
mean
right.
that. I don't really mean that, but like
knowing what they've done with Sam Darnold with his 5th-year option, you might be right.
he was not great, Sam Darnold. This is what's wild about this for us is we don't need great. We just need someone that's not terrible.
Mm-hmm.
That's really and that was the problem with Baker. He was just terrible.
Right.
Just fucking terrible. We didn't even need him when we traded for him. We didn't need him to come in and be Aaron Rodgers. We didn't need him to be this. We needed him to be the Baker that handed the ball off, that made a couple of splash plays.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. Oh, what is this?
Hey, you shouldn't have brought it up, dude. I wasn't trying to fucking Charles conversation.
Are they gonna make the playoffs?
Cody,
Those
read the last 3 words of that sentence.
Those are
Read the last 3 words.
franchise quarterback numbers, baby.
What are the last 3 words of that sentence, Cody?
Quarterback numbers.
What are the last 3 words? Last
three
3
games.
Why don't you juxtapose those next to his career?
He should have been doing
around
this the
the
whole time, is what I'm
quarterback.
saying.
Put his
You
career
build
stats up.
around the quarterback, and
Put
that's
his
what
career
you do.
stats.
Now you're starting to
Just
see
saying.
what
Oh,
he's
God.
capable of.
Look,
anyway,
we don't even dislike Trevor. The thing is,
Yeah, you
is
do.
that no, it kind of reminds me of a
I like
little
getting
bit of the
derailed up.
Ryan Leaf joint, or there's just been
Numbers.
people that they tell us that are not misses. And I'm not saying he's a failure. I'm not saying he's gonna be bad. I'm just saying is that like it's really those expectations you put on to be the Andrew Luck, to be the Cam Newton. Those people are far and few between. That's it. That's all I'm
There's
trying
a
to say.
difference- there's a
Even the
difference-
most talented quarterback that you have evaluated in your little bubble of shit
Needs
that you
a
also
good
have,
team around him. Yes, and a good head coach.
or that
Yes,
the NFL is just harder than you thought.
Mike McDaniels, we're going to play that clip. He's a pretty damn good head coach. You know who wasn't a good head coach? Urban Meyer. That's also who wasn't a head coach.
True.
Where you go, Matt? And by the way, to segue this brilliantly back to Sam Darnold has never had stability around him. Not in 3 years in New York, and certainly not last year under Matt Rule. And we all saw how terrible Matt Rule was. So now that you see that this offensive line has the ability to protect, man, dude, I really do think that we can make a push this year. We're in it. We're only 2 games out of first place, and listen, I have
Oh,
reason
stop.
to not think that Sam Darnold, given more reps, can continue to do what we're seeing him do. Um, Hey, real quick, just so that way I don't forget them, because I will forget them. Super chat, Rock Ryan with the $5 says, "What if we win enough games where we fall far enough in the draft that we have to go with Sam Darnold into next season?" It's a
We
talking
might be
point.
doing that even if we pick number 1,
Yeah,
to be
true.
honest.
Yeah, you really don't know. AU Link says, "I'm all about C3 doing the charity work. I do think we will win the division. Sam has an O line that can actually function. Who would have thought?" And by the way, if you would like to
This is
donate
something very important.
yeah, if you would like to donate to our charity, I've pinned the link in the chat box, and use that link to donate to the charity if you would like to donate. Not the super chat, but that's the link that you're going to vote or that you'll donate to, and it builds toward the total money that we're going to raise for
Yeah.
the Bradley and Nicky Bozeman Foundation.
Greg brought this up when he was pitching this idea, is he didn't want any murkiness. And not actually, I think CK was the one that said this, is we don't want this to be murky, as in, hey, give us money, then we're going to pass it along. Because look, I've already told you I was supposed to mail out some shirts. I didn't mail out that last shirt. So I'm just being honest, told you too honest. So we want you to donate directly to their foundation if you can. We have already put the C3 Panthers podcast put $250 up. Greg put 25 of his own dollars. We're going to put more up too as things keep coming. But bye week, we got through Sunday. We want to do something where, again, we're not big people on asking for donations and money and support. I mean, we do beg you for thumbs up and subscribes and some stuff. And we do appreciate when you guys do help us. We've done a lot in building this podcast up, particularly my old computer died. We bought a new computer. I mean, there are some things to keep this running for 10 years that it does cost. Even the website that we just use as kind of a backbone of a lot of things costs money throughout the year. But it's not a wine thing. Is that we want to, this is our week. We're going to do this every year going forward. We're going to find a Panthers charity on the bye week and just devote some energy and attention to it.
Mm-hmm.
Cody the Beard, I don't know. Are we really? Look, I'm don't know. I mean, I'm almost I'm happy for Sam Darnold. I'm happy for him.
Sure.
You know?
Why not?
Who else should we be happy? We should be happy for DJ Moore. Think about this.
Yeah.
How does DJ? This is actually the wildest thing. Even if Greg wants to tell us how the stats are similar between these guys, which the numbers lie on this one. I promise you, as I watched Baker, I don't care what the numbers said. He was terrible. We weren't in that to win it. But DJ Moore, Baker does not get the ball to DJ. It's that simple.
Yeah.
Really by the way, real quick, White Chocolate Espresso with the 199 says, "Spippity bap 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 better than tippity bap bap." Hey, thanks for the super chat, Kev. Do the man.
All right.
But
I'm sorry. I felt like I really took this podcast off the rails when I pushed Cody's pressure point.
You always do. And but I think the question about Sam is, do you believe that he can continue to grow and get better like Trevor Lawerence has? You know, he has more games with over 100+ passer rating than Josh Allen.
Why do you need to get better if you're Trevor Lawrence? You're already the greatest.
Lamar Jackson, Russell Wilson, Kyler Murray, and Tom Brady. Do you think that Sam Darnold can continue to grow and get better like Trevor Lawrence?
Can he have 6 more?
Or
no, we only got 5. How many games we got left?
Once again, when Trevor Lawerence throws for 4,000 yards, 25 touchdowns, and less than 10 interceptions, then you come talk to me about having good quarterback numbers. That's not even elite quarterback numbers. That's good quarterback numbers.
Sam
Darnold. So when he has that, then we can say he's good.
Is he not allowed to grow?
Yeah,
No,
we'll
Dude,
see.
no growth.
Yeah.
You got to come in here. And actually, I think this is the thing that people talk shit about Tua that I got a problem with. I talk shit, people that talk shit about Derek Brown that I got talk. Like, we can go through a list of people. And I understand that as hyper media like us, I mean, we're not part of the media, but we are part of the hyper attention on the football, the game of football. Like, the more talk that exists on every little point does push these players to perform faster. So look,
yeah.
as people are saying two was a bust after year one, and he's coming off and this is my thing is like it's one thing to debate whether or not you believe Tua has the physical skill set to be a transcendent quarterback, or if he can be a very good quarterback worthy of the pick he had. I'm of the latter. I don't think you always have to have this transcendent skill set to be successful in the NFL. But I do believe that because of the way the internet, and it's not just the internet, just our society and football, we need results fast. And that's kind of why I poke at you about Trevor Lawrence. I don't really think that after year one, whatever happened with Trevor Lawrence really is a referendum on him. But what I'm trying to, when I poke at you about Trevor Lawrence, is that hyperbole that we put on people for that instant return, and some players we give more latitude than others. I would argue that Tua has not gotten a lot of latitude until this year. I would argue, maybe we can go down a list of different players that haven't gotten that latitude. When it comes to the Carolina Panthers, though, we don't need I don't know what we need right now. We just need I don't know. Do we want to win? Do we want to lose? I don't really know.
Why would
I
you
don't think
want to
many people do.
lose? I
I
don't.
don't want to
But
lose. No, I'm not saying I want to lose, but I don't know what I need right now. Do I need a playoff push? Do I just need one more win?
no, I
Do I
think
just
that
need
you just need.
I almost feel like a completed pass to DJ Moore down the sideline is all I need. I'm like, hell
It
yeah,
is.
baby.
It is like I think it's a one game at a time mentality. Be thankful that we are playing meaningful football, regardless of what this record might say to you, regardless of how bad this team has been. Every single Sunday that we play football going forward here on out is meaningful Panther football. We are playing for something. And by the way, people are like, "Oh, Cody, back a couple of years ago, you wanted to tank, you wanted to get the quarterback. So what's different from then to now?" Well, I'll tell you what's different. We were never playing for nothing 2 years ago. The Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were running roughshod through the division, and we had no chance of competing even for a wild card in those scenarios. So yeah, to me, those games were worthless. Now the Carolina Panthers are in a dumpster fire NFC South division. Tampa is not good. New Orleans is not good. Atlanta is what Atlanta always is. Why would we not continue to pull for them and try and get a playoff game here at home, man? It only sounds crazy because all of the dumb shit that we've been through thus far this year. But it's actually the reality that we face. And dude, I think that we should just enjoy meaningful Panther football because we haven't had it in forever. And that's what I
Um,
think.
help feed families this holiday season by supporting the Bradley and Nikki Bozeman Foundation. Giant shout out. I mean, he already told us he was going to match up to 250, but you guys got to catch his 250. He put it in too early. Mike, we love you, our patron saint. You should have held it back so we got two more 50 because 250 of it was from the C3 Panthers podcast. So we need the listeners to go ahead and match his 250 now. But Michael Davis, $250. Fernando Fernandez, $25. Greg, the man that put this together, $25. Mr. Panther
Pickle.
Pickle in there too, donating. Look, this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to And look, I told them, I said, this was our mission, is about uniting fans, and their mission is about strengthening communities. They brought this together. I think it's a cool thing. So you guys, you can check the pinned link on YouTube. You can find the description. There's a lot of different ways. You can find it on Twitter. I need to pin it on Twitter and different things like this. Let's do this. Let's do it. Oh, look at this. William Taylor said, refresh that. Boom. Oh, holy cow.
Whoa!
He said refresh
Love it.
that, and he
Oh my goodness.
won't lying, bro. He won't lying.
William
Thank you so
Taylor
much.
with the
William, thank
you so
$100.
Pop,
Yes, sir.
All right.
Hey, and
Appreciate
anybody
you,
who's on this
William.
donor list, like I said, you automatically get put in the drawing for some of this giveaway stuff that I'm going to have.
Ooh,
So just
and
let
I
you
got a
know,
giveaway.
there's a
I bought
benefit
you-
to it also. So
Wait until you see this. I bought sometimes I'll drink some booze and go on eBay and buy shit to give away on the podcast. And so one night I was like, oh, look at these patches. I'm gonna make like some coasters or something, like these cool patches. But then somehow I bought this one patch. I was like, I gotta buy this. It looks like an error patch. Ain't gonna lie. This might be the first patch ever made for the Carolina Panthers.
I'll put it up.
Oh, wow.
Whoa!
I don't know
That's
what
crazy.
it is. It looks ridiculous. It's like bad and
Dude, it's
awesome at the
awesome.
same-
Yeah, awesome.
It's
bad,
like
yeah.
terrible and bad at the same time.
Dude, it's
This
the
is
best.
a one of I was like, I gotta buy this. I was like, $8, no problem. Anyway, we'll be doing all of that. All right.
Hey, I wanted to bring
Uh,
up too. Michael Davis just said in the chat when we get to 1,000, he'll throw another 250 in.
Man,
So
look, I don't want to put
There we
any.
go.
Look, thank you, Michael Davis.
yeah,
You are
I
patron
appreciate
saint.
that. Yeah, no
man.
pressure
look,
at all. But
let
thank you so
me
much.